Don't worry, I'm not going to be repeating any of the other exam stress-busting tips you've heard elsewhere on the internet, like get 8 hours sleep and drink tons of water. I'm going to be telling you the one thing you really need to know if you feel under tons of pressure to get good grades. And it's not just for exams that this is helpful, but for life too. I went to the type of school, or for you guys in America, the type of high school, where people got really good grades. And if they didn't get the grades they wanted, maybe you're in a similar sort of situation where the goal of everyone around you seems to be getting the best grade possible and getting into the best university possible. So that probably means even if you're just sitting your first public exams at 15 or 16, you feel under a lot of pressure from teachers, parents, maybe even yourself. If this is you, by the way, please write me a message below or subscribe or something so I can tell if this video is reaching the people it's meant to reach. If you're anything like I was back then, maybe the pressure is getting to you somewhat. Maybe you're noticing its effects on your digestive system or in your ability to sleep well. Or maybe it's just having an effect on your general sense of well-being and how relaxed you are. Well, here is, from older and wiser Sophie, can you see my grey beard? Here is the one thing I wish I'd known back then, which I hope will help you guys feeling the pressure. Wait for it. They really don't matter that much, and top grades don't either. Before I get all your parents or your teachers or even you guys writing in and calling me irresponsible for saying this stuff, let me explain. You should work for these exams and you should take them seriously, and you should do the best you can. But if you're freaking out about them, please know that while the grades you get can open certain doors, they are far from a lifelong path to success. I was a top grade student. I was always pretty academic, just seemed to be through luck rather than effort. And I could just do exams. I got almost all A stars at GCSEs, A's at A-level, first in my bachelor's and a distinction in my master's. Brag, brag, brag. No, I don't say that to brag. I say it because coming out of that, all I knew was how to pass exams. And then when the tracks of formal education came to an end, I was pretty lost. I hadn't developed some of the skills that are actually useful in life. Creativity and grit and resilience, self-confidence and just knowing myself. An ability to deal with failure and bounce back from it. Observing it in myself, the skills that these exams were fostering weren't really helpful to me in the grand scheme of things. Here's another thing that proves my point. Some of the most successful people professionally have totally flunked school and exams. If you look at Richard Branson, who dropped out of school at 16, and Alan Sugar apparently only got the equivalent of 1 GCSE. They built up, each of them, separate incredible business empires because they had these character skills that I mentioned before, like resilience and creativity. They have those in abundance. So if you're in deep exam stress, don't worry, the grades really don't matter in the grand scheme of things. It's what you do after getting them that counts. Just to be clear, this does not mean abandon school and exams immediately. It means sit them and do the best you can. But don't worry beyond that. Know that you can always make something out of any situation you find yourself in. If, say, worst case scenario, you don't get the grades you want and that means you can't get to the university you want, you can and will find new opportunities out of that situation. There is not one perfect path. So do your best and trust that whatever results you get from there, you can do anything with. Oof. I hope that was helpful to you guys. I feel very passionately about this, and so I hope I've explained myself clearly. If you have any questions, please, of course, get in touch via the comments below or via my website, which I've linked in as usual. I'm going to be doing a little series on exams. So, like I said, keep your eyes peeled for my next ones and get in touch if there's anything in particular you would like me to cover. I will see you again soon. Bye.